So it is the evening of our second day here in Palestine and Israel, and I feel like we have experienced so much already. Everyone's saying it's felt like a lot longer than the time we've been in country. We arrived in Tel Aviv yesterday, late afternoon, and it's really just been a whirlwind. At least it's felt that way. Even though we haven't done that many things, I think we're just tired. But today, we visited the two Christian holy sites in the area near Bethlehem. The Shepherd's Field, which is where the angels were said to have appeared to the shepherds right before Christ's birth, and the Church of the Nativity. It was a little surreal being able to see both of those places in person. And honestly, I think I preferred the quiet, park-like environment of the Shepherd's Field and the accompanying cool cave to the crowded, hot, and stuffy interior of the Church of the Nativity. The first night we were here, we kind of wandered down to the main street area near the Ida refugee camp, which is where our hotel is actually located inside of. It's a refugee camp inside of Bethlehem. And as we were walking through the camp, you can see the concrete walls are just covered with street art and graffiti, and it's all of it. It's moving. There are these depictions, images of martyrs, and the art's just, it's crying out for justice, and it's so clear when you look at it. And then the second day of the trip, which is today, we began the kind of tour proper, which is what I told you about a few minutes ago. We, visited the two holy sites here in Bethlehem, and really here is where I'm glad that we went with the company, the tour company that we did. We're not getting the typical, Christian sanitized Walt Disney World Holy Land tour. Our guide Kamal, a Palestinian Christian, has taken us primarily walking around the cities of Bethlehem, Beit Jala, and Bet Sahor on what you would call the local routes, which I think is great. You really get a chance to see a lot of the cities for what they are. We've seen folks just going about their daily lives, heard moving stories, some of which I'll share in future videos. Had lunch with a Palestinian family, which was incredible. And we've also seen firsthand the great disparity that's obviously visible between, for example, the Aida refugee camp here and, the capital city of Tel Aviv that we flew into. So, frankly, it's been a lot. It's been a lot to take in, seeing the occupation firsthand, just processing it all and figuring out how to come up with words to share thoughts. And like I said, I will be sharing more with you all as we continue along the trip. But one thought that I did want to leave everyone with, and I think this is important because as an outsider, it's a really easy first impulse. And that is, from everything that I've seen and heard, at least, is that Palestinians, they don't want, or frankly need, your pity. What they need is the same thing that all human beings need, and that, in my opinion, is their freedom. And I think just the obvious and simple fact here is that they just don't have it. So, well, that's enough for now. Thank you all, and more to come soon. So long.